downtown Corpus Christi, and a few more cars starting to pick up there on the causeway as well. Other than that, the water not looking too bad as we start off our Halloween morning. Taking a look back at yesterday, 76 degrees for that daytime high, well short of the record at 91, but we did set a new record low yesterday morning, coming in at 38 degrees over at Corpus Christi International Airport. That beat the record out of 41. That was set back in 1917 as well as 1993. And of course, we know we need plenty of rainfall to make up for the deficit so far that we've seen throughout 2025. Those temperatures in your neighborhood rounding out in the 40s for most of us, those 50s along the coast, 56 there at the Naval Air Station, 57 in Port Aransas, 42 over there in Hebbronville, 47 here in town, 44 off to the north, rounding us out in Beeville is where we're seeing across the coastal bend, I should say. In terms of those winds, pretty light as well, especially compared to what we saw a couple days ago around that 30-mile-an-hour mark. Now down more around the 5 to 10 miles an hour mark, even closer to calm as you work your way inland there towards San Diego, only reading about 2 miles an hour here in town, coming in around 6 miles an hour out of the north. Port Aransas, northwesterly flow about 9 miles an hour. For that dog walking forecast for your Halloween today, we've got Murphy, Lewis, and Benny here looking properly dressed, of course, and ready to go for their trick-or-treating forecast as well. Looking at those temperatures throughout this morning, just a little bit chilly at first at 48 degrees at 8 a.m., 57 by 9 a.m., quickly warming up through towards that lunch hour, coming in around 73 degrees by noon, and those winds out of the northeast this morning as well, a good 5 to 10 miles an hour. In terms of our hour-by-hour forecast going into the afternoon, starting to see those winds shift, getting more easterly component into the afternoon, even turning to the southeast as we go into the overnight hours, I should say. Those daytime highs expected around 80 degrees, potentially the upper 70s in parts of the coastal bend, with those winds, like I said, only 5 to 10 miles an hour, but getting that more southeasterly component tonight, indicating more moisture on the way as we go into our Saturday. For the current Doppler radar, nice and clear out there, and that's going to be the story that we see into the future tracker throughout our Friday. But as we go into our Saturday with that increasing moisture and a weak cold front on the way, we see some isolated to scattered activity get stirred up around the coastal bend as we go into 7, 8, 9 p.m. tomorrow night, maybe even upwards of that midnight hour. But overall, widespread rain totals still going to be very minimal as we go into tomorrow. Taking a look at that trick-or-treat forecast for you tonight, going to be expecting those clear skies across the coastal bend with those temperatures in the 70s, but going to be feeling like the 60s thanks to those winds of 5 to 10 miles an hour, providing just a slight wind chill, but really not too bad compared to those Halloweens that we've seen where they were in the 90s. In terms of the 7-day forecast, we see that weak cold front work in. That's the best rain chance Saturday night into Sunday. Also cools us off into the 70s, then right back into the 80s by next week with overnight lows in the 50s, and then